Ooh, DJ Red.
Yo. We back with another episode of Bontroversial, man. We got a special guest in here today, Deuce Thomas, man. We bringing him into the pod. So I just wanted to introduce him. Off the top, I appreciate you coming in, bro. And yeah, man, we're just gonna get into some stuff today. I want to start off, give me your thoughts on, Sha'Carri Richardson, a situation with suspension and things like that, and how it's handled as a whole.
Yeah, my thoughts really, man, is just like, man, that situation is really hard to really judge from the outside because I never lost my mom before. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't know how to cope like that. I'm not a weed smoker, but I guess like she said, she found out. I want to say after a race or before a race. Was it after a race?
I think it was after the race.
Yeah. So finding that after a race, it hit different. Like that's out the blue, losing like the most important person in your life. So she had to do what she had to do to cope, ease her mind. So I'm pretty sure she understood like the consequences dealing with, her doing that. And as long as she knows it and accepts it, we really can't falter, you know what I mean? So the rules are the rules, it is illegal to do, as because people gotta understand the Olympics is not a US thing.
Yeah.
It's overseas thing. So, we can't say that weed is illegal. We can't say weed is legal here, but over there, no, it's not. But hopefully, things work out for the better. They overturn it. A lot of people supporting her. I got a lot of big names supporting her. So I wish the best for her, man. And she's accepting it, and you know what I'm saying. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree, bro. She's taking it on the chin. A lot of people, were hired from the media and things like that, but she definitely stepping up and owning up to it. And like you said, it's a global thing. So as we can say weed is legal here, it's plenty other countries in the game. So that's the
Hmm.
space. So they kind of have the chokehold they have over it regardless. And it sucks because it's not a performance enhancer, but at the same time, it's the rule, and she knew the rule, and long as she deals with the consequences, it's good to have people behind her because she's actually accepting the wrong that she did, and people are still standing up for her. So I think that's cool. I think that the more people that come around to her, the more justice she'll get. It's kind of weird to me how she's able to run in the relays, I believe, but she's suspended for a month, so she can't run in the other event due to the suspension. But I guess that's that gray area. I definitely got to look a little more into. But I just think, man, in all, like you said, you can't tell somebody how to cope, man. Right after a race, having all that on your mind and all your adrenaline
Yeah.
and all that stuff like that, you just don't know how somebody will cope with that. And like players and athletes and celebrities said, there's people in the higher ups that cope in even worse ways than we. So, you know, to judge her off this instance is that's not right, and hopefully people don't. But at the same time, I hope that she obviously she'll learn from it and just move forward and be the great athlete she is, bro. Yeah,
I
that's
think I think it's kind of like I don't want to be weird when I say this, but I think she's winning right now, in my opinion. Like she has all the attention on her. She got a lot of support. I mean, Nike. I think Nike came
right.
out and said that they're behind her and that it's not really a big deal that they're with her 100%. So I don't think she lost anything. You know what I mean? I don't think she is behind on anything, and I think she's winning, man. Like I said before, I wouldn't be surprised if I mean she has like a book deal or something. You know what I mean? Like just like a weed strand or something.
Exactly.
It's
Nah,
just
bro.
like no, I'm
Opening up
being for
those
real.
avenues.
Like it's just like bro, like she's winning right now. Like she's winning, bro. She got all the attention on her. So it's just very unfortunate that what happened, but you know,
Yeah.
shit crazy.
Like you said though, in the future it's just gonna propel her with all the opportunities she's gonna be able to get.
Mm,
Indirectly off this, people are gonna be watching, and she's a great performer as well. So that's not gonna do nothing but raise her stock in that regard. Um, shoot, we had four conference finals teams. We got two finalists now. We got Phoenix and the Bucks, man. let me know about what you think about the Clippers, the Suns, the Hawks, and the Bucks' chances. Of being back there next year. A lot of stuff happened this year, and the teams that were well, nobody's really healthy, but let's just say those four teams. How far do you see them making it next year, and in the future?
To start off with the Suns, I'm watching the Suns very closely because I think they're a team that I don't want to say they're them, but they can remind you of how Golden State Warriors were when they first broke out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people start taking notice, like, okay, this team right here can be something special. And I think the Suns, they can be something like that, man. I mean, they got the young core. Um, I'm very interested to see what they're going to do with Chris Paul. I don't know if they're going to, pay him, or I'm just kind of interested what they do with Chris Paul, man. What contract they give Chris Paul, or let him just be a free agent. But I think they're a team, man. I don't think they got there on accident. Like, a lot of people won't give them the credit. They'll say, "Oh, Anthony Davis got injured and this player got injured," but at the end of the day, man, I mean, shit, they won those series, and they were the second seed this year. I mean, so I don't think like it's just a coincidence. So I think the Suns might be a team, man, that we might want to watch over the next couple of years, man. I like the kid Bridges, Aiden Booker. So and then with the Clippers, I don't know with the Clippers, man. Like, I don't know what they're trying to do over there. Um,
I got a question for you to interject really quickly. How you feel about Kawhi? You think he's staying pat, or you think he's gonna entertain some spots?
man, Kawhi is not leaving LA, man. Kawhi, he's not leaving LA. I don't see it. It's just it's funny over there, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, man, I don't know. Like, that team, they said they were built to win championships, but I can never see a championship from the Clippers, bro. I just don't see it. Like, everybody else is younger. They're better. Um, like you said, Kawhi's a funny dude, man, because you never know what he's feeling. You know what I'm saying? You never know what he's feeling, but I think he's going to stay the Clippers. Reggie Jackson probably won't be a Clipper next year, so that's probably hurt them. He's probably going to get paid this summer. Patrick Beverly has to go, man. I don't understand why they keep him.
Uh,
Um, they got Clippers got Terrence Mann. He looked kind of promising, but the Clippers, I don't know about them, man. I think the best thing for the Clippers is really just move out of LA.
yeah,
Like, I don't know. With the Hawks, the Hawks are definitely going to be interesting to watch too. They're young. Um, Trying to see what they're going to do with several players. If they're going to keep everybody or just entertain the market. See if they want to pay Collins all that money. I don't know if he's worth 100 mil or if he's not. He wants like 100 mil, but I don't know, man. Um, what's that guy named Hurts? What's his name?
Kevin Herter.
Yeah, they'll probably pay him. Kind of interested to do with Cam Reddish, man. He has potential. He's very promising. Trying to see what they will do with him though. I think they should keep him though. He's young. They just need one more. I feel like they need one more wing, man. They need one wing. They need one more name wing. I feel like, and they'll be there. I think Trae Young. This was definitely his breakout right here. I mean, as far as they got Eastern Conference Finals, this is crazy because this was a team like, bro, like, this was a team, bro, where, like, last year, if you told me they'll make a playoff run, I'll say you're stupid, bro. Like, hell no, I just didn't see it, you know. And they knocked off some teams, bro. They knocked off the Knicks and knocked off the Sixers with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. I mean,
Yeah.
they're for real. So I really want to see if next year they can keep that up. Who else? The Bucks. Um, the Bucks. I mean, yeah, I mean the Bucks are good. But I just if the Nets are healthy next year, I just don't see them doing anything. You know what I mean? I mean they'll because I still feel like if the Nets were still healthy, man, that would have been to 4 or 5 in my opinion.
I was
But
down that whole train the whole way, so I feel you on that.
But the Hawks are a good team, man. I mean, they're healthy. I mean, I think this season, if anything, it showed us who's healthy. You know what I mean? If you're healthy, you're gonna go far. They got some good guys: Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, who's definitely breaking out. He's looking like damn near the best player on the ball. I mean, on the Bucks.
Mhm.
Giannis, he's not healthy right now, but they're looking good though, man. I mean, the Bucks have always been a good team. I just feel like you just can't win a championship with Giannis playing the point guard. I think he's not a point guard. You know what I'm saying? I think they gotta. I think he has to play a little bit off ball, but they're a good team though, man. But yeah. So my predictions for the finals, I want the Suns to win. I think the Suns can play with anybody right now, and I think they can beat anybody right now. The Suns are just a well balanced team, and um, yeah, I got the Suns winning, man. Six.
6, yeah. I was looking at this series, and if they don't have Giannis, I got the Suns in 6. If they got Giannis, I got the Bucks in 6. But I do feel like Middleton gonna be the most important player in this series. He can't have nights off. He gonna have a lot of different wings on him and Johnson, Bridges, Crowder. So he gonna have a lot of different looks that he gonna have to, get a he gonna have to get a bucket. I think that I don't know who they necessarily have put on Giannis if he ends up entering the series. I see him putting Aiden on Giannis, to be honest, trying to, lure him into
Mm,
over Aiden and things like that. But yeah, the Suns are playing well with anybody, and the thing the Bucks got to be weary of is CP is finishing fourth quarters very tough. He really closing fourth quarter. So if they come out, not ready in the second half, actually Phoenix been good in the second half all postseason. They've been pulling away in the second half. So I think that if Giannis played, the Bucks can win, but without Giannis, it's going to be tough for them. But to go back on, all those teams. I think Phoenix, they got to worry about signing Chris Paul the most. I don't know what his contract gonna look like. This will be like what Chris's third or fourth big contract. He gets two times.
yeah. Maybe I was talking to somebody yesterday, like a couple of days ago. Like, what do you see the Suns signing him for? 2 years, 1 year player option. I don't know.
Yeah,
Um, but I don't know, man. I think Chris should let them young guys get paid, man. In my opinion,
yeah. I mean,
he should,
that's the way to keep the
he
court
should
for sure. Yeah, Aiden been breaking out
you know what I'm
himself.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just feel like you got a good young core. I just feel like they definitely got to keep that young core unless people want to make sacrifices. But I just feel like Chris Paul should let them guys get paid. But if he does go away, it's going to be a big loss, in my opinion.
100%. 100%.
It's going to be a big loss. Cameron Payne has definitely been. He's shown flashes. I don't know if he's a starting point guard
Yeah, that's all I
for
was gonna say.
them.
So he
I
looking
think
to go get paid.
he's going to get paid. I think he's a good backup point guard. I think he's a good person to bring off the bench, second string. You know what I mean? I don't think he's a starter. Yeah, I think he's definitely a backup player. I don't think he's a starter.
Especially in the West.
And if they lose, yeah. I mean, yeah. But if they lose Chris Paul, I mean that's going to be huge for them. But the Suns, they're definitely promising. I just think the Suns are just hungry. They're on a mission right now, man. They're not messing around right now. Like they think they can beat anybody. Clippers, I mean Lakers, the Nuggets. I mean that's why I say, even with Giannis, I think this series is still going to be entertaining. I don't think it's going to be a five, maybe six with Giannis, maybe seven with Giannis, but I don't see this being a pushover at all. Not
Nah,
at all. And like you said, they'll put eight on Giannis. You know what I'm saying? Might put Crowder, but no, Crowder's probably gonna be on Milton. So yeah, I got the Suns, man. I want Chris Paul to win a ring. I want Chris Paul to win a ring so bad, bro.
yeah. I agree with that too. At the end of the day, I think that Chris Paul is obviously more deserving than Giannis right now. And I didn't want to see Giannis win championship, but at the end of the day, like it's just health. Like I just his
Man,
style of play.
I don't be hating on Giannis, but it's like, man, it's like I don't be hating on Giannis, but it's just like the NBA wants to find like like NBA, bro, people want to find that next player to be better than LeBron James so fucking bad, bro.
Yeah.
And Giannis is that guy. Giannis is that guy people want to be better than LeBron and KD all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just know the narratives. If he wins a championship, that shit
That's
gonna
what
be
I'm saying.
disgusting, bro.
Two-time MVP, defensive player of the year. Check
Bro, what? Like,
much, dog.
Giannis won back-to-back MVPs. Like I said, the NBA they know what the NBA know what they're doing, bro. They're not
This is
slick.
all
They
day.
they want the next They want the next guy like LeBron. He's what year 19, 18, finna be year 19. So KD, he's 32, but they're just looking for that next guy. They're looking for that next person to say this is the guy gonna be the best player. And like now they're experiencing with Giannis. They really want Luka to be the best player in the NBA, which
Yeah,
man,
I think even more than Giannis now. I think it was Giannis until Luka came, and then they're trying to switch gears to Luka.
bro. Like talking to Luca fans, it's so like it makes me so mad because they swear he's accomplished so much. And I'm saying to myself, what has he accomplished, bro? Like he lost 2 times in the first round to the same team. That's not accomplishing nothing, dude. But stats, but in today's world, bro, people care about stats more than W's. Like, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
don't even take
Like
in consideration his usage. Like the guy has the ball 95% of the
a
time.
lot.
Like,
Like he leads the league in usage, bro. Like I don't understand. Like I don't, bro. People don't realize Luca kind of hurts the Mavericks, in my opinion, because I feel like he has good weapons. He has Tim Hardaway. He has a lot of guys on that team, but it's like when somebody's in rhythm, it's like he doesn't know how to get people in rhythm, or when somebody is in rhythm, he doesn't. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't give to
pass
people
to
who are
assist
hot.
type of
He might
guy.
hit. Yeah, it's like Luca don't know how to really get people like going. You know what I'm saying? And the problem with Luka is he aims to get 40 every night, and that's not good. That hurts the team, bro. Like when you aim to score,
Yeah.
it hurts the team. He doesn't have to aim to get 40 because he's not playing on a team that don't really got guys who can get their own shots up. You know what I'm saying? He's on a team where guys can really get it going. It's like, bro, you don't have to go in there trying to get 40. But I don't know. I think Luka's in a situation now where Harden was, like like in Houston, like Harden would try to average 40, but it was like, bro, Harden, you don't gotta really do that.
That
You know what I'm
awareness.
saying?
Yeah, he ain't got that awareness yet. So I'm glad you brought up Luka. How you feel about the Luka and Trae thing? Because like you said, they tried to push the agenda like Luka was miles ahead, and I never believed that to be true. But let me know what you think about them two in their games, and where you see them comparison wise.
Bro, I don't understand why this became a rivalry, bro. It's like, you know, really, in my opinion, it's a lot of people. I just feel like people were kind of hating on Luca because he was a guy from overseas and he had a lot of hype around him. People were saying he's the next one. And I mean, the kid, honestly, I mean, he played in a very competitive league overseas, was 14 years old, was MVPs and all that. So the guy wasn't no pushover. So a lot of people were just saying how, well, he haven't played in the league yet. Like, this is different because he's playing against stronger guys and all that. But I just think that both guys are really good players. Um, I think what Trae Young did in the postseason, Luka should take notes on that. Like the difference between Trae Young and Luka is basically they both can get 40 easily. They both can get 40, 10 assists, 10 rebounds, right? The difference is one player trusts his teammates, the other one doesn't. Like Trae Young trusts his teammates, as you've seen. Lucas don't really trust his teammates. He don't really believe in his teammates. He doesn't believe in Smith. He doesn't believe in Reddick. He doesn't believe in Tim. He doesn't believe in KP. While Trae Young, he believes in his teammates. And as you've seen, one guy got far, one guy didn't. Um, but I mean, I think Luka's definitely a special player. Um, He's skilled. I would just, I would just love to see him just win, just be a winner. I don't think he's a winner in my opinion. Trae Young, in my opinion, Trae Young got that. He reminds me a lot of Chris Paul and a lot of Steph Curry, in my opinion. Like just the way he runs the show. You know what I'm saying? And like he had a break. Like he proved, like, because I used to kind of slander Trae Young a lot. I used to always say, like, man, he's not playing winter ball. He's not playing. Like he's a guy that he just shoots the ball a lot, but
Mhm.
he's definitely proved me wrong this postseason. Um, definitely, definitely. I mean, who's better? I mean, Luka's bigger, so a lot of people think Luka's better, but I don't think it's by far.
Yeah,
I don't think it's by far at all.
I don't think so either. And I think, like you said, like Luka needs to take, some stuff out of Trae's pocket of what he did this postseason because they both can score the same amount, but it's how effective they scoring. And like you said, CP and Curry, he in that class where they making timely buckets. It's not just about the flashy bucket. And I think
Hmm.
what Trae changed about his game a lot his first year, he was shooting so many damn threes. Like it was so ridiculous. Like he was just pulling up from three. He wasn't really getting into the paint a lot. And in that first series against the Knicks and the Philly, you saw he lived in the paint with the floater. I mean, he changed his game a lot and he improved his game.
Trae Young got one of the best floaters in the league. Trae Young got one of the best floaters in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think so. And, he brought that to his game. He finished that first playoff game, his first playoff game in the Garden. With the floater. So he was ready for the moment, and I had them beating Philly too. Once I seen the way they were playing, they got a lot of season scores over there. You got Bogdan, DeAndre Hunter. Even though if he would have played, it would have been different for them too. He's a 15-5 type of guy. So they got a lot
Yeah,
of guys can average double digits. I think it's like you said though. They need a wing, but who's gonna be expendable for them to get that wing? John Collins, 100 million. I don't know because John Collins is a kind of a product of Trae Young. Clint Capella too. They
hmm
off Trae and what Trae creates. So I don't know if you can pay him 100 million. But what are you gonna do with all those wings? You got Gallo, Herter, Cam, and Boban and Hunter. You got five wings, so all them guys not gonna be able to play. They just signed Bogdan. I don't see him moving. I think they believe in Herter. They believe in Herter. They're gonna keep him, and I think they should keep Cam and DeAndre because I think them two next to each other, they can grow a lot. But as far as winning right now, they would need more of a stud wing to fill out their team. I don't really know what they should do with Capella. He's not a super issue, but he's not the biggest help either in the long run. I just
yeah,
I just
they probably he's just somebody to fill in. I don't know if he's gonna be there for like a couple more years, but they should definitely try. They'll probably look into the market with him this summer. Um, yeah, Capella. But yeah, I think definitely they should definitely keep Cam Reddish though. I mean, last night he had some promising moments. These guys are young too, bro. Like we got to stop selling out guys who are 19, 20 years old, bro. Like
and
you
I
know what I'm
bet
saying? Like
do that. Year one, year two, like they need 3 to 4 minimum.
bro, it's just like I don't want to get off topic, but it's like with Jamin Wiseman, bro, from the Golden State Warriors. Everybody's saying he's a bust now. He's not promising now. I'm like, bro, this guy is 19.
Really.
Like, he's 19 years old, fam. You know how young 19 is? Like, give this guy some time, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we gotta stop ruling out people the first, second, third year. Like, nah, bro. Like, let these guys develop. Let these guys get a feel. Let these guys get comfortable, bro. So that's why I think they shouldn't get rid of guys like Cam Reddish. Because he's definitely somebody. I read a deal on Twitter this morning. The coach from the Hawks was like, "Oh yeah, he reminds me a lot of Paul George. I definitely can see a lot of Paul George. I see a lot of Tracy McGrady in his game. Um, that's one guy you can't give up, man.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be somebody the next 2 or 3 couple years. Him and Trae going to be something really special.
I agree 100%. I mean, you see every time Cam on the floor, his confidence grow. He playing on both ends, and he shot the ball well last night. He kept them in that game when they was dead to right. So I think Cam got a lot of potential. I think
Mm-hmm.
they got to build around him. Trae. Cam and DeAndre Hunter. Maybe Herder or Bogdan too, but you got to build around those guys. I think that's two good wings to build around. I want to get into the NBA draft. I see you've been talking about this James. What's his name? James Boatnight. I don't want to butcher his name.
Yeah. James Boatnight, man, kid is special, bro. I've been told people like for like damn near almost 2 years, like this guy is so special. Like I saw one play of his, and I just like, yeah, he's the one.
I'm
Like,
bad to cut you off. Where's he from?
Oh, New York, and he went to school from UConn.
Okay.
And bro, he reminds me a lot of Zach LaVine. Like he's Zach LaVine all over again, in my opinion. And I think, in my opinion, I think he's top 5. In my opinion, I think he might be that one guy that might sneak in that top 5. I think after his performances at the draft combine, I think a lot of people have taken notes who he is. He's 6'5", just a good size, man. I just think he's somebody like you can't pass up on. I think Cade Cunningham, I think in my opinion, he's the best 2 guard in the draft. In my opinion, if you just look at he has all the tools. In my opinion, he's a really good player, man. He played at UConn. Didn't really have their team wasn't really successful like that this year, but I think you should definitely draft him top 5, no doubt about that. But I think Cade Cunningham is definitely number 1 player. Has a good feel for the game. I'm just glad he played this year because he could have easily just not played. Like he could have easily said, "I don't even want to play college basketball." But I'm glad he went out there and displayed his talent. The big question him, everybody's saying is he a point guard? Is he a shooting guard? I mean, I think the game has kind of changed. You see guys like Luka, who's like what 6'7", 6'8", playing point. So I think he'll be good at point guard. With number 2 pick, the Houston Rockets. Oof, I don't know who they should draft, man. I mean,
you stuck between the Jalen's?
Man, I heard they're really looking at Suggs, but I don't understand that pick right there. I mean, do you understand it? If they get Suggs,
I like Green next to KPJ. I don't like the ball being taken away from KPJ right now in the way that he can play.
you don't think they should get a big man to get Mobley?
Mobley, I don't know, bro. They saying Mobley like more of a wing type of guy, and their front line is so thin already. Like, Christian Wood's not really a 5. He's playing the 4. I mean,
yeah,
I'm not sure about Mobley. I know he got talent, but I'm not sure if Mobley fit the Rockets mold. Where do his shots come in? It seemed like him and Christian Wood kind of play the same. So it's just like I'm not too sure where he fit in. I just know that they got a void on the wing in Jalen Green.
I'm just trying to see too. Like, I mean, I would say good Green, no doubt about that. Just want to see what they do with John Wall.
I forgot.
Does John Wall stay?
Exactly.
Does he stay? Does he stay in Houston? I mean, that's really the big thing right there. But KP and Jalen Green will be a problem. That right there is already a problem. You really can't go wrong. I think Green should be the 2nd pick. I just don't believe in Suggs, man. He's a good player, man. But if you draft him at the number 2 pick, that'd be a mistake, in my opinion. But I like KP. I like Jalen Green. That's very promising. I think KP has a lot of James Harden in this game, bro.
Yeah,
he's James Harden.
I was gonna say that. He definitely does, bro. Like when he dropped that 50 against Utah, that was nasty. He showed a lot in that game. He had a big game against the Bucks too. I think he had like 40 against the Bucks earlier in the season.
Bro, he's special, bro. If he can just stay out of trouble, man, and just keep his head on straight, he's gonna be something serious, bro. Like he's talented. Like he's very, very talented. It's never been about basketball. It's not like he's a great basketball player. It's just outside stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if he just gets that taken care of, he's gonna be special, man. So
yeah, I agree on that one. I wanted to say about James. Do you think that it would be better? Do you think he a top 5 talent that it don't matter his situation, or do you think he would benefit of not going top 5 and going to a better situation and playing for a team?
Man, 14? Nah, man, you can't let that type of talent go low, man.
No, not for a
I mean,
team. Like I mean, like not top five, but 5 to 10. You know, in that 5 to 10 range.
I think the situation definitely matters, but I'm a person like this. I believe in the draft. You draft the best players. Like you draft them and figure it out. You know what I mean? Like the fit does matter. Maybe the magics for him. I don't kind of know, but I just believe in drafting the best players. I mean, whoever's the best on the board, that's who you get, in my opinion. Like, don't overthink. One thing yeah. So like with him, I think you got to draft him early. Like, I think it's gonna be Cade, Green, Mobley. After Mobley, after those three players right there, I mean, everybody else is free ball game now. You know what I mean? So if he's available at the fourth pick, I would give him four.
I want to throw
So
some names by you. I don't know if you've seen him play a lot, but how you feel about Scotty Barnes?
I don't know, man. Like he looks the size, but it's just the way he moves. I don't know. He moves kind of weird for me.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't know if he's like forced to play point guard or I don't know. How you feel about him?
I feel like he's showing me kind of like a Patrick Williams type of style. You know what I'm saying? Like he a
Mm-hmm.
long, big guy can defend and stuff. I think he got a lot of athleticism and he can get to the bucket. I just think that if you take him, you gotta work with him just being an energy guy first, and then building skill around that. I don't think he should be playing point guard. You don't want to get him too caught for being too much on the ball so early because like that's really not what he's going to be. So I think like him particularly he could be a guy that could rise up and be a really improved player down the line in his career. But he gonna need the right situation. Definitely, I don't think he can just go to any team. Like if the Magic drafted him at 4, I don't think that would be good because they got Jonathan Isaac.
I don't think I I don't think guys like that should go high though. He should. I don't think he's a. I don't think he's a top 10 player. Like if you draft him in the top 10, that's gonna be a big mistake in my opinion.
Yeah,
He's a first rounder, but I don't think he's like that high on the board. Like you said, he's not a point guard. I think a lot of times these players they want to play point, but they're not really point guards. So yeah, energy. So yeah, I don't really I don't really see him going high.
yeah. But, I would like to see like Josh Christopher be a little higher on the boards right now. I think. Yeah,
Yeah, I think a lot of people are sleeping on Josh Christopher. For what reason? I don't even know. I think a lot of people. I don't know why they sleep. I think he's. I think he'll be a good NBA player, bro. I don't see
for a
people.
long
I
time.
don't get why people sleep. Yeah, he has game, bro. I think he's gonna be that one player. People are gonna be like, okay, yeah, we should never doubt him because I don't see. I don't see what they be seeing with him. I mean, I don't think he's a bad player. Um, Maybe he didn't have that year at Arizona State, but I think he's one player too that he's going to fall into that probably 15 to 21 range, 22 range. You know what I'm saying? He goes to the right team, he's going to be good. He
Yeah.
goes to the right team, he's definitely going to be good.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe he a guy that can come in and fill it up for any team. And some guys, it's hard to tell, but some guys like they're just more fit for the NBA game than the college game. They just don't play the same in college.
I think he's one of those players too, bro. I think he's one of those players where it's like, okay, we know he has game, but in college, it's hard to do what he wants to do because people got to understand when you're in college, like you're running a lot of plays. You know what I'm saying? You're running a lot of different sets and like good players, like they don't really want to do all that, bro. I mean, they probably, like nobody really wants to run plays, especially when you know that you're talented. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of can fiddle with your game, unlike the NBA where it's a lot of just pick and rolls and stuff like that. So I think he'll fit way better in the NBA with the spacing and he can play 1 on 1. College, you can't really do that, bro. College is hard to really do what you want to do.
Yeah,
So
I agree with that for sure. You think Davion Mitchell gonna be a pretty good guard in the league, or you think that it was just the title run?
I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to. I think he has an NBA game. I think he has an NBA game for real. He's definitely a copy of Donovan Mitchell.
I was
Um,
gonna say Donovan
I
Mitchell.
think he'll be.
He got a little bit of Drew to me.
Nah, he's special, man. He can play. I mean, I don't think there's no question with him. I think people have to stop thinking that they feel like guys who've been in college for 3 or 4 years aren't going to be good NBA players. That's not the case right here. I think if you can play basketball, if you're good at it, you're showing it. I don't think you have any issues in the league. Um, he'll go first round in my opinion. I don't, I just think guys like him you got to get. He's a bucket getter. Um, he got game, man. Like he can definitely get his shots off. So I don't see a problem. I think as long as you can get your shots off, you'll be fine in the NBA.
Yeah,
Um,
because a lot of guys, like you said, come in that college system. A lot of them guys they score, but some of them guys score within the system. I'm not saying Jalen Suggs scored within the system, but I think that he was favorable with Gonzaga in that conference and the way that they played. He was able to show his talent. He showed up in the tournament, but like kind of like you going back to what you said, I just can't see him over them other guys, and it's just like not taking the best player.
I, I think so. He's going to be a top 10 pick. Like, don't doubt about that. He's a special player, but just something about him. I just don't know. Like, it's just weird. I just don't know, man. Like, he'll be he's a good point guard. He's a good leader, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know,
And
man.
I
I
don't,
just don't know if I want to draft him.
yeah,
I don't know if I want to draft him over like these other guys like Green and Mobley and all these other guys. I don't know if I want to draft them over them.
and it's just like to me, it's like it's not a knock on him, not a knock on him. I'm not trying to ridicule him, but the conference he played in to go from that conference to being a starting point guard in the West, or I don't know what they're doing with John Wall, but assumably you pick him up at number 2, you want to throw him in there. It's that's that level of competition, Ray, is like I don't think that he can just come in and be automatically effective, at the one like that. He's good, but I don't like the Jason Kidd comparisons. That's a little much for me. I don't think I don't think he's that dog. No, he
That's funny.
can't play one game.
That's funny.
Yeah, that was a little too much for me. What I wanted to get over to. My bad, I almost got mute. I want to get over to what was to you, what's the most influential, era in NBA basketball? In your opinion.
Probably like that era of like you mean influential like for you mean for me or just like
Okay, that's my bad. Let me rephrase. So influential for the like progressing the league. Like, you got the era of KG and Dirk, where the stretch four era. You got AI, Gill, and them coming in. They were kind of this first scoring guards era. So what era you feel like progressed the league the most?
shit, you want my opinion? Man, I think when guys like I don't want to call it an era. I mean, that's hard to say. Um I think like when I think guys like Steph Curry, I think guys like KD, I think those guys definitely changed the league in my opinion. I think Steph Curry changed basketball in general, bro. Like people are trying to shoot fade like crazy 50-foot jump shots. I think he changed the game, man. Um, I think KD changed the game because a lot of guys want to be like a lot of bigs are playing outside the perimeter now. You know what I'm saying? Like you just said, Mobley plays a lot of outside perimeter. We see with a lot of guys now. I think guys like Chris Bosh, KD, those guys, Dirk Nowitzki, those guys, they made it fun for bigs to go outside and feel comfortable playing on top of the key, try to be 3-point shooters and stuff. So probably say that. Um, yeah, I'll probably say that right there.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I was thinking more the AI Gill, but Steph when he got in the league, he just took that to another level because he was a scoring guard and he stretched the range. But yeah, like you said about KD, like you got guys 6'10" that back in the day they'd be on the block all game long, and now they all the
Yeah.
training they working on ball skills the whole training, like that. So I feel like K definitely changed the game a lot. You know, I don't like when I look at Luka and Harden game like that. I don't think people could like emulate that. Like coming up, like trying to come up in the rankings and like high school and college. Like, bro, no, I don't think nobody's gonna just let you hold the rock like that and bang 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 and pick and roll.
Oh no, those guys, no.
Yes,
No.
so those guys, yeah, I don't think they'll just ever get to that category. But another thing Steph and KD don't get enough credit for is, bro, the way they play off the ball. Like, bro, people hate guarding Steph off the ball more than on the ball. He's everywhere.
Oh yeah. Because I mean, he moves out the basketball really well. There's other guys who've done that, like Richard Hamilton. Yeah, Ray Allen, but yeah, Steph Curry, he doesn't get tired, bro. Like,
yeah, he's back and forth, heavy, like the whole shot clock. Like,
bro, he'll definitely tire you, bro. Like, for sure. Like, yeah. So, yeah, you gotta be effective off the ball too. You just can't stand in one spot. Guys like Klay Thompson also too.
I was just about to
They'll
bring
get
it
up.
up. I was just about to bring
Yeah,
it up.
like they'll get open in just many ways and stuff like that. So that's what makes them special, though, man. If you can move without the basketball, you can get 40. Like Klay Thompson move without the basketball, you get what 60 points with what 11 dribbles. Like
That's ridiculous. People
that's
can't even put
that's
that in the context, bro. Like,
that's hard to do, man. Like I've always said, that's probably one of the most impressive stat lines, bro. Like in my opinion, a long time, bro. Like you get 60 points with like 11 dribbles running around. That's just crazy to me.
yeah,
I think a lot of kids nowadays they don't know how to move out the basketball. They just stand still and think if person's gonna dribble to them, kick it out, or you know what I mean. Got to move it out the basketball, bro. And we seen that with the Lakers. Like when LeBron gets the basketball, everybody just stands still. Nobody's trying to get open because they're all depending on LeBron James to do what he needs to do because it's LeBron. But that makes it easy for the defense.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to move it out the basketball. It's very important. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, bro. A lot of them just sit and watch the basketball, no backcourt, no nothing. Like, when you're in front of
none of that, bro.
the guard, especially LeBron, he already got so much attention on him. In that regard.
Man.
But what you think about Klay coming back next year? You think he gonna be right? You think you think the injury
Yeah,
stuff?
I hope so, man. Because I think if Clay never got hurt, I think the Warriors would have definitely
Yeah,
been
yeah, that's what I.
been one of those that they could have went to the conference finals and done something else. If he stays healthy, man, they're gonna be a problem, man. Let's just hope he stays healthy. If he stay healthy, they're definitely gonna be a problem. Definitely. I mean, I think with him coming back next year, definitely gonna be a top four team, maybe top five, but uh, I think he should. I think they're gonna be good, man. I think Clay's gonna do what he has to do. Draymond, Steph Curry, um, Andrew Wiggins. I mean, that's if he play. I mean, Andrew Wiggins is one of those players also too that like he's very like iffy because the talent is there. It's never been about the talent. It's just very indecisive. One game he'll get 40, the next night he'll get 2 points. Like you know what I mean? Like it's crazy how he does that shit, bro. But if he kind of be more consistent than Wiseman, I mean, hopefully they don't fuck him over.
Yeah.
They'll be a great team, man. I mean,
They entertain. I think
they
they
got,
entertain moving him right now, but I don't know. They're gonna do.
that'd be one of the biggest mistakes ever, bro. Off a rookie season, that'd be one of the biggest mistakes ever,
Literally, and they never had a big in this new era. They had Bogut. That was the only big they had. Like this dude promising.
bro.
When the season started, he was hooping. He just got hurt. He just got hurt.
And they got Kelly Oubre too. So I mean,
Him
they'll be
and
straight.
Wiggins gotta go. One of them gotta go, or one gotta come off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, with Kelly Oubre, I mean, when he was at Phoenix, definitely played more better. He brings a lot of energy to the team. I think playing with the Golden State Warriors was kind of new to him. I don't know if he didn't have the feel or what, but like you said, one of them got to come off the bench. Um, if I was them, I'd probably move Kelly Oubre. You know what I mean? By my opinion, uh, you can get something out of Kelly Oubre. I feel like so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how you put that
So,
because Wiggins, it's mental for Wiggins. I don't think you can put him on the bench and expect shit from
bro,
him.
Wiggins is one of those players, bro. He has all the abilities to be one of the best, bro. But it's like he never used it. You know what I mean? Like it's there, but like I said before, he's one of those players where he'll give you a hell of a night. The next night 2 points. The next night after 5 points. Next night 10 points. Then he'll give you a 37-point game. You know what I mean? It's just like, bro, what is going on? It's very mental. Like basketball is mental, man. Like it's always mental. Paul George, for example. I mean, I think with him, it's there. You know, Paul George is one of those players where, bro, Paul George can easily be a top 10 player in the league. I mean, come on, we've seen Paul George in action. Like, definitely a good elite player, but it's a mental deal with him. Like, I mean, if he's not focused, he's very he'll go out the picture. He had a decent little playoff run, a playoff game, but I just feel like with him also too, he has to be focused. Definitely, definitely. I think he hoops better without Kawhi, in my opinion.
Talk to him. Talk to him for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think a lot of times, I think he's one of those players. He might be better off without Kawhi,
Yeah.
and we seen that. Like we seen that. I think with Kawhi, I don't know. I don't think those two are really good together. I think those two are really forced together because of who they are. I don't think those two are definitely good together, bro.
Yeah. I think
In my opinion.
I think early in their careers when they were both supposed to be in Indiana that they would be good together. But I think as time went on, it hasn't been what it could have been back then. It's just, P's in a different headspace mentally, and then the star of the team just is a loner. So they're never really on the same page. Just like when they're on the court, that's the most chemistry that they get to have. And like you said, I think Pete probably. I'm not saying he's a championship winning number one option, but I think for himself he plays better in the number one role because he doesn't just rely on the game to come from the other star. He don't just sit back. He know, okay, I gotta go.
Yeah.
And that's when the mental come in for him. I think other times he just going through the motions and letting the game come to him and playing through Kawhi basically.
That's what I think too, because like I said, I think Paul George, he's definitely a top 10 player, bro. Like, man. But when you're playing next to a superstar like Kawhi, I just think he plays better without him, bro. Even when Paul George had an MVP type season with Russell Westbrook, but I think with him, I just think he's just better without Kawhi. Like I said, some guys demand so much attention and all that. So yeah, even with Ben Simmons too. I think with Ben Simmons, it's a mental deal with him. You know what I mean? Because he's definitely a good player, but I think he has a lot going on in his head when he plays basketball. He's thinking way too much. He's really overthinking a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like I think he's really overthinking when he plays basketball, bro. Like he's thinking a lot. Like that one play when he passed it and could up on Trae Young, that was definitely telling.
Bro, like for real, bro. Like
Like
that's like mental issue basketball edition, bro. Like, come on, bro. You should not even be looking at Trae Young. Like you should be looking at through the rim. Like I couldn't believe that, bro. Like when I just seen him pass that off, I'm like, yeah, it's mental. Like he having that kind of
yeah.
like Paul George was doing to his. I feel like that's kind of to the point he's there right now.
Nah, bro, like man, like Ben Simmons though, like I think a lot of times he wants Ben Simmons' problem is one, he's not a point guard. Like he's not a point guard in my opinion. Hold on, I'm gonna charge my laptop.
Yeah.
Man. Not bad. Yeah, Ben Simmons is not a point guard. I think he has to realize that think Ben Simmons is definitely probably be more effective off the ball. I think he's a four, maybe a stretch four, but I think Ben Simmons playing point guard is a horrible experience. And like I said before, a lot of these guys, when they come out of high school and they have a name behind them, they think they're a point guard because in high school they play point guard. You know, when they get to college, they play point guard. What they don't have to understand is when you're in high school and college, like when you're in high school, bro, there's like two players on the team that are going to go. Okay, like when you're in high school, there's two players that have a future in basketball, right? And the rest of everybody just they don't really have they might have a future, but not really. So Ben Simmons, he's always been the best player on his team. So the best player is going to play the point guard, but just have the ball in his hand. I don't think he's a point guard. I don't think Ben Simmons works. I don't think he works on his game, bro. Like I don't think he's really in the gym working on his game.
I think the bigger problem, I think he got too many yes men around him. Bro, there's no way that you can be hooping like that, bro. Nobody's telling you nothing, bro. Like you don't see no change. You don't see no regression in his game. Like you don't see no in him at all.
I think I think what really did it for Ben Simmons was having the LeBron name next to him really kind of didn't help him. Like people have to realize everybody's not LeBron. Nobody's never going to be
Nobody's
LeBron.
LeBron.
LeBron, there's no, bro. There's never going to be LeBron James no more, bro. I've been saying this for so long, bro. Like they have to stop forcing this next LeBron. Because if you haven't been looking at it, every year in high school, in college, they have this guy who they want to say who's the next KD and LeBron James. Those two players are just one-on-one players, man. I think with Ben Simmons, he came into college, he came into the NBA as LeBron's little bro, as I'm a 16 guy, up the court with the ball in his hands, who can make passes. It's just like, fam, that's not it. Ben Simmons is Ben Simmons, and he has to understand that and has to work on his shot. You know what I'm saying? We see the mixtape, we see the little highlights of him open gym, but it's like, man, like somebody told me this. They was like, bro, there's people who love going to the gym playing basketball. Then there's people who love working on their game in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to go to the gym and work on your game. The open gym, the open gym runs is cool, but Ben Simmons has to be in the gym this summer, working on his game. Literally, fuck them open gyms. Get in that gym, work on your shot, work on everything, bro. Because I don't see it with Ben Simmons, man. It's looking bad for Ben Simmons. Me personally, I think they should definitely break that duo up. That duo should have been broke up in my opinion. I think Joel Embiid is the franchise player. No doubt about that. He's the franchise. He's the best player in the franchise. You have to build a team around Joel Embiid. Ben Simmons, I say trade him now before his stock goes down, bro. That's just my
That's
thing
what
with
I
Ben Simmons. You
always
gotta
say,
get
bro. I hate when they do the holdout shit, especially what are you holding out for us the summer? And nobody gonna see shit on him that can improve his stock. Like he didn't want to play for
and
the
it's like
team because Patty Mills starting at point guard, which already showing me that okay, you're not trying to change your position, bro. You're not gonna be. People are gonna call him sorry until he stops being a point guard. Like when he gets that label taken off of him and he can go play the four and he can be that stretch four and like be a hybrid Draymond, a better version of Draymond. Hopefully he can shoot some. Like no, but other than that, bro, that point guard shit is dead, bro. And I don't put too much into his defensive player of the year. I mean defense either. I mean he can defend, but bro, you 16 guarding all point guards, guarding all guards. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of got the upper hand in my opinion to a certain.
yeah,
You
yeah, like you said, like man, everybody's not a point guard, man. These kids gotta stop thinking that they're point guards. You're not a point guard, bro. Like stop thinking you're not a point guard, man. Like
But like you said, when it's only two good players in high school, the best one gonna be running up and down the court with the ball six.
yeah, I mean, like you played for example. I mean, like, bro, you're one of the best players on your team. You're gonna have the ball in your hand. You're gonna get the you're gonna have the ball in your hand. So I mean, Ben Simmons has always been he's always had his ass kissed and everything, and he's always had that ball in his hands. And then, him being cool with LeBron, that right there did it. But I say you guys traded him now, man. I mean, people keep saying, well, why now, bro? He's been there for how long? Since 2016, 17. I mean, it's not like James Wiseman, bro. He's a rookie. I mean, Ben Simmons, it's been about 4 years with Ben Simmons, bro. And that team every year, people have always said they're supposed to be in the finals. They have not reached their quote yet. They have to make a decision. I think Joel Embiid is the franchise player. He's the guy that we need around Ben Simmons. You can get something out of Ben Simmons right now. Don't wait 2 years from now,
And
bro.
they
I saw Doc Rivers say yesterday. It was like, well, Doc Rivers was like, yeah, I like Ben Simmons, and I'm like, bro, fuck that shit, bro. Fuck that shit now, man. Get rid of that guy.
fuck that sweet ass shit, man. He gotta go, bro. And they fucked that up when they let Jimmy walk. You got Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, Jimmy Butler, and Joel Embiid. And you gonna out of all them people, you gonna let Jimmy Butler walk, and he was your closer. Like, bro, you could have at least let Tobias or Ben Simmons go. I mean, Tobias, he does have more offensive skill, but after that series he had against Atlanta, he'd be on the hot seat for me a little bit too.
Philly will always be pretenders in my opinion. I just don't take them serious, bro. I just don't take them serious. I think the big thing with Philly is they're never going to go far because of one thing. Joel Embiid's never healthy. He's never fully healthy. Like Joel Embiid, I don't want to put this name on him, but he might be like a Yao Ming, like has all the physical tools, has all the footwork and all that, but he's never healthy, bro. And it's bad. Like he's 7'2", 300 pounds. Like like bro, when you're that big and you get injured that much, that's not good, bro. Like that's not good for 5 years from now. Like, bro, we've seen like Yao Ming, for example. Yao Ming fucking sees like career ended because of shit like that. Like Joel Embiid has to get healthy. I just don't see it with Joel Embiid. Every year it's something, bro. Every year it's literally something.
And
They
he
don't go far unless he's fully healthy.
can see him being a different player in the first half and the second half. Like you can tell his body's being wear and tear on. Like he's not even the same during the games, bro. Like his conditioning is taking away, and he having a lot of lower body injuries, like you said, just like y'all mean. You know, when you're that tall with lower body injuries, like that takes something out of you each and every time. Like all those
And it's not like Joel Embiid's like 6'10", 245. Joel Embiid's like 7'3", bro, like 300 pounds.
yeah,
That's bad. Like, bro, like I don't think people I told people before, bro, he might have one of them careers where it might end very shortly, bro, because I just don't see it, bro. I don't see it. He's had a back injury. He's had what knee injury. He's had a lot of fucking injuries, man. I just don't see it with him, bro. He's definitely a top 10 player, but I'm very worried about his future in the next 5, 10 years because I don't see his career going that far.
do you feel the same about Zion, or you feel like Zion can get right since it's still early?
I mean, people want him to lose weight. He has to definitely get his body in shape. But I think his body helps him. He plays with his weight. That helps him a lot. Uh, I don't see it being a downfall of Zion because I just think his motor is different. Like I said, he uses his weight a lot. I think he can get slimmer. I don't see nothing wrong with Zion, man. Zion, his weight really helps him a lot. He outstrongs people. Uh, he averaged what 25 this year.
Leave.
Like, bro,
He a crafty finisher for a guy that's that athletic.
like Zion is gonna be a problem. I just don't know if he's gonna be in New Orleans.
I was gonna say
Um,
that. Mhm.
I don't know, man. But my thing with Zion is like, yo, you've been in the league for 2 years. You can't be demanding shit like that.
Exactly, bro. And like it's him. I'm glad you said it because his family spoke out, but that's him. Like, bro, like, come on now. You just got there, dog.
You just got to the league, and
And
it's
they
like,
babied him when he first got there. They made sure he was straight. They brought you in the red carpet. Like, come on, bro.
but see, my thing with Zion is like, bro, you don't know how shit's gonna be like because, prime example with Trae Young. Trae Young got to the league. His second year, he was already complaining about like Trae Young was already trying to make demands on the organization, talking about I need help. I'm like, yo, Trae Young, bro, you've been there for 2 years, fam. Like, you're not supposed to kind of be successful. Same might be with Zion. It's like, bro, you've been there for 2 years, bro. Just be patient. You know what I'm saying? But I think with Zion, he's always had his eye on New York. I think he wanted to get drafted to New York. I just think he just wants to be a New Yorker really bad. Um, so very unfortunate, but I'm not with these young guys demanding shit at a very early stage of their careers. I'm not with that, man. I think you gotta prove yourself first, give yourself some time, then try to make changes. But
Yeah, I can dig that, bro. Last topic before we get out of here, I want to ask you. I got two players for you, and just let me know if you think they'll move or not, or just let me know where you like to see them. You got Donovan Mitchell in Utah, and you got Dame in Portland. And you see either one of them moving, and if you don't, cool. But if you do, what would you like to see?
and and Donovan Mitchell moving.
Mm.
I can see him moving this summer. I think he secretly is fed up with the organization.
In Utah,
Um,
in the state, too.
I think Donovan Mitchell is definitely fed up with the organization for real. I don't know where he's going to go, but I definitely see him moving. I don't think he likes. First of all, he don't like Rudy Gobert. I
At
don't think he likes him.
all. Why didn't they
Like
move him,
those,
bro? I'm mad that they rekindled that friendship after he did that stupid ass Kobe shit. Like, nah, nigga, you dumb as hell.
those two right there don't like each other. One, two. I think Donovan Mitchell was kind of in a frenzy with the Warriors when he was hurt in the playoffs. I don't know, but I definitely see him leaving Utah. Damian Lillard, man, it's weird with that guy, man, because I don't want him to be that guy who wants to be loyal. I think a lot of times these players want to prove to people that they're loyal, they're getting it out the mud, but it's like, dang, bro,
Shit.
fam, you did everything for Portland, fam. It's just time for a fresh start, and I don't want him to be like that. I don't want him to be looking back at his career and be like, you know what? Yeah, I should have kind of left Portland. I think he's been there for a while. It's just not working. CJ McCollum is just not it. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just not enough. I think Dame should stay, but I can see him kind of. I mean, my bad. I think Dame should leave, but I can see him staying. They just hired Chauncey Billups. Um, Dame should get the
They're
fuck.
trying.
Dame should get the fuck up out of there, man. I don't know where he should go. He should definitely go to a contender, but
Heard
Dame should definitely.
what I was hearing is Marcus Smart, Jalen Brown, first round picks.
I mean, that's good for them because I was having this convo a couple of days ago. I'm like, the Celtics, in my opinion, I think that duo with Brown and Tatum, it's a good young duo, but I can definitely see them breaking that duo up for real. I think that would be definitely a good trade with Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum, definitely. I just think he needs to be at a contender, man. Dame deserves better. He definitely deserves to be in a contender, bro. I mean, going to Portland, you can score all the points you want to, bro. But at the end of the day, rings matter, man. I think he has to be in that point of his career where he has to look at the big picture. Being loyal sometimes can hold you back, man. Like
Like,
you don't have to be loyal. I mean,
he want to get it out the mud, but you don't want to get stuck in that motherfucker either.
why? And
You
we have this thing where it's like, bro, like people just want it the hard way, bro. Like that's not good, man. If you have an opportunity to go get something that you've been wanting to work for your whole life, and it's kind of a shorter route, you should definitely go there, bro. Like getting out the mud to me is overrated, in my opinion, bro. 'Cause you have an opportunity to do what you want to do, go do it. Real shit. You got opportunity to go to win a ring with fucking Boston Celtics, go do it. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think Portland is just not putting the right pieces around Damian Lillard. But they haven't been trying to, in my opinion. And they put Melo around them, but let's just be real. That's not happening. But
They're doing little.
hiring and to me, bro, hiring coaches to make somebody stay definitely is. I've never been a fan of that because a coach can't play. You know what I'm saying? Like hiring Chauncey Billups is cool. I get it. He's black, but Nah, man, he definitely deserves better players around him, and Portland is just not that.
I think Portland thinks that they don't want to let go CJ's. Like they don't want to break. They have to break that up. Like, if you want Dame to stay, you got to let go of CJ. You got Covington. You got a lot of wings, bro. Put together a package to bring somebody in there for him. But then again, it's
I
like who wants to go
mean,
to Portland? That's another thing.
does TJ McCollum even have stock? I mean, it's just like I get it. You can trade CJ and you can get somebody, but I don't know, man. I don't know if TJ has that good stock to get a good return.
Get a return,
He's a
yeah.
good player. He can give you a good 22, 23 points, 23 points, but I think you got to definitely trade Dame Lillard. I think blow the whole damn organization up. I mean, trade Dame Lillard, trade CJ. I mean, just break the whole shit up, bro, because it's just not working, bro. It's just not working. It's gonna be the same thing every single year. You're gonna fight for the eighth, seventh seed, playing game. It's just not, man.
Yeah, man, I agree. I mean, people might think you're talking prematurely about blowing it up, but I mean, they're gonna keep falling short at the same spot. I mean, first, second round, and that's just gonna be it for them. They're gonna keep running this CJ, and I love CJ, but he's just a true third option, like for the contending team. Like he's a third.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Like CJ, he's a good, like a really good wing. Like you said, he'll be a really good player for a really good contending team. He'll be a good third option for a contending team. I don't think he's ready to be that guy. I don't think he should be that guy. Uh, Yeah, I think in my opinion, I mean, CJ stock is kind of like you have to trade him kind of now to get something. But with Dame Lillard, you got to trade him now, man. I mean, the Boston Celtics package does look good because I do think it's time for Marcus Smart to definitely get out of there. Um, I don't know what they're doing with him. I think Jalen Brown, you can get something out of him. But it's kind of hard trading Jalen Brown because it's like you kind of want to see what him and Tatum does for the following couple of years. But
but that's the thing. I feel like they do want to see it, but they feel so pressured with with Brooklyn being up there. They trying to put that super team together.
oh yeah, I mean the East. Yeah, I mean yeah. A lot of teams are now trying to figure out how can we beat the Nets. I mean that's just what it is. Who we need to put together to beat the Nets, and so I still think the Nets are the favorite for next year, man. Even though the Bucks came out, I just think if the Nets stay healthy, they're always going to be the best team to beat. I think with Harden, Kyrie, KD, that's just way too much, man. I think that's just way too much.
That's just too many bucket getters, and they all can get their own shot at any point. Especially Kyrie late in games. Like the way Kyrie gets his shot late in games, and man, it sucks to see him
If
get
you
hurt.
just think about it, like if you just think about it, the Bucks really took the Nets to seven series with just KD because Harden played, but he was just out there. So you just think about it, the Bucks really took the Nets to seven series, bro, and their second best player was who besides KD?
Jeff
It
Green,
wasn't Harden. It
Jeff
was like
Green.
yeah. So it's just so if you really think about it, imagine if they had all three guys, definitely in 4 or 5. I
And then
just think
four or
that in my
five with
opinion.
just Kyrie and KD.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just like the Bucks. I mean, they beat the Nets, but to me, it looked bad because they were supposed to beat the Nets way. They were supposed to beat the Nets probably like in 5 at least. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, no, yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think the Nets, it'll be the Nets next year up there. Milwaukee or the Celtics. If the Celtics make a move, they could be up there at the top of the East, but I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna look with Brad Stevens, being the head of operations.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot about that.
So he's the GM now, so I don't know what moves he's trying to make, but I'm glad they got Danny out of there because Danny was just putting puzzle pieces anywhere they don't fit. And that's why they got Evan Fournier in there right now. Hayden Pritchard looked promising as a backup, but they got some pieces they need to move and shuffle around in Boston, in my opinion. Man. But yeah, bro, I appreciate having you on, fam. It was a great episode with you, man. Y'all make sure to tap in a bunch of version on all platforms. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, whatever you're listening to your audio on. And you can check it out on YouTube, like I said, Bontroversial Podcast. Appreciate you coming in, Deuce.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you for having me.
Yes, sir.